And let's start rolling the ball up and down the fingers. And into the palm. And the pad to the pinky. And the thumb. And across the wrist. And across the knuckles. And we're back to the fingers, placing the ball on the thumb and the index finger, pressing. Middle finger and thumb. Ring finger. And index finger. On the other hand, index, middle, ring, and pinky. Yeah, let's go around the back. Switch, 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 switch. And we will hinge at the waist and go through the legs. Switch. Wow. Switch. Switch. And leave the ball on the ground to assess how the feet feel. Step on the ball right in the middle of the foot and press down 3 times. Move up to the knuckles, press down once on each. Roll across the knuckles. Bring the ball to the top of the heel, pivot on the toes, and roll the ball across the top of the heel. Bring the ball to just below the first knuckle and press down. To the side of the top of the heel and press down. And to the middle of the 5th metatarsal. Roll down each of the bones. And scribble. Three, two, one, release. Reassess how that foot feels in relation to the other, and then step on the ball and repeat on the other foot. Keep doing it up to speed. 3 times. Knuckles. Roll across the knuckle. Roll across the top of the heel. Step just below the first knuckle, side and top of the heel, and 5th metatarsal. Roll down the bones. And scribble. 3, 2, 1. Release. Get the ball out of the way. Reassess. And let's do some good mornings. We'll do 12. Evening at the waist. Keep the head back. And then shake the tree. Three, two, 1. Center. Twist at the waist. Swing the arms. And center with some ocean wave breathing. Fingers and thumb at the base of the spine. Step to one side, gather and stow. And center. Same thing in the other direction. And center. We're going to take 16 steps, pointing out, 16 with each foot. That's 16. And then we're going to go elbow to knee. You don't have to touch, but if you can, great. For 8. 7, 8. And then we're going to tap the opposite heel 8 times on each. And then try to bring that heel behind you and tap with the opposite hand. And then either walk, march, or jog. Today we're going to do the what's his name? Zach Bush. Zach Bush is 4, with or without weights. There are some rapid squats involved in that, so don't do those to get the heart rate going. Do anything else, including what you're doing. Be safe. Whatever you do, I think I'll sprint. Want to get going. And we got rolling in the exercise. Rolling. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. 10. 20. And 30. Couple of breaths. Interlace those fingers. Raise the hands up overhead. Come up on your toes if you can. Back down, lean back if you can. Back to center, bend to one side. Bend to the other side. Then back to center. Lower your hands, push out at the chest. Come on down, interlace the fingers behind the back. Raise the hands up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. A little higher. Come on down and a shrug. Roll back. Roll forward. Extend the arms and rotate. Switch directions. Bring one arm across the body and press in at the elbow. And then the other. One arm behind the back, pressing down and in on the elbow. And the other. Grab both elbows, rock side to side. Come on down and rotate the neck. Reverse direction. Nod. And go get a shoulder. And let's grab a stick. We're going to place that stick on the instep of the one foot. We're going to spread the legs and lean towards the other way as we bring our hand down to stretch the inner thigh, hinging at the waist. Put that a little further. And then come on up and do the same thing the other way. Come on up, bring the stick behind one leg, which is out in front, hinge at the waist, stretch the hamstring. Come on up, bring the stick to the back of the other leg, same thing. Come on up, press the sole of the foot against the stick and stretch the calf muscles. And then the other foot. And then we're going to bring the stick behind the back and do turning bar exercise. And parallel to the spine, moving up and down. And then switch the position of the hands. And then do a few more of the same. And then bring the stick around front, up above the head, and go side to side. Then bring it to the shoulders. Palms are facing in. And we're going to do some bicep curls. 10 of them. And then reverse the position of the hands so the palms are facing out. Drop the stick below the waist. Hinge at the waist. Keep the head back. Bring the stick back up to the waist. Bend again at the waist. Come on up. Do that 10 times. And bring the stick up to the shoulders. Raise it up overhead 10 times. Bring it down below the waist again. Hinge at the waist. And bring your elbows past your rib cage 10 times. Come on up. You got it at your shoulders again and push out 10 times. And then below the waist again and bring your elbows up to shoulder height. Then bring the stick behind you with your palms facing away from you, and bring the stick extended behind you 10 times. Reverse the position of the palms so they're now facing towards the body, and do 10 more. Put the stick in the crook of the elbows and twist at the waist. And then bring the stick in front to one side and swing behind you 10 times. And then the other hand, same thing. And then bring the stick to the middle. Hold on with two hands, one hand, or a finger or two step back. The feet are about hip width apart. Your toes are scrunched into the ground as you lean towards your fifth metatarsal, creating a big arch, and then move towards your first metatarsal, flattening your feet. And go back and forth. Your toes into the ground, back and forth. And then one more time, and then hold on the fifth metatarsal again. Toes are digging into the ground. And you're rocked back, creating this bigger arch. And hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And we can put the stick down, and if you're going to carry something in your hands while you do the Jack Bush Big Four, grab them. I've got some weights. You could use a water bottle, you could use a can, or nothing at all. Again, there's 4 moves. The first is a squat. Just go as low as feels right for you. Second is a raise alternately. Third is around the clock, either on the outside or through the middle, or both. Fourth is the press. We're going to move the squat around as always. So we're going to start with it. In the first round, we're going to do 3 rounds, and I'll pick up speed as we go along. We're going to do 10 reps in each round. Here we go. 1, 2, and take a breath, and 10 raises. And a breath, and around the clock. finally press. And 10. Okay. Take a couple of breaths. We're going to go a little bit quicker this time, and we're going to move the squats into the second position. We're going to start with the raise. Right about now. Breathe. And squat. Breathe. I'm going to do through the middle this time on the round the clock. A big circle, sometimes called. Breath. And some presses. And back down. Recoup. This time just a little bit faster. Squat moves into the third position. And we start with the raises. Around the clock. And breath. And some squats. And before the last round, a nice deep breath. And some presses. And that's it. Well done. I'm getting up a sweat here. So today, for the breath for this week, we're going to do 5.5 in through the nose and 5.5 out through the nose, which, according to a couple of studies I've read, is the optimal breathing pattern, which is about 5.5 breaths per second, per minute. It's always best to breathe through the nose and also out through the nose. And that's how you lose fat, actually. Is like 80% of the fat reduction comes through breathing through the nose. But this is just a way to acclimate. You're in the course of the day, you're not going to automatically start breathing 5.5 in and out through the nose. But it's a good way to acclimate yourself to what that means and to practice every once in a while. So I've got a little thing here. I hope you can hear it. Let me know if you can. Give me a thumbs up. Whoops. And I just killed it. Bear with me here. All right, here we go.
During this brief time together, we are going to breathe at
So I'm just going to go to the sounds.
rate for our bodies.
There's a high sound and a low sound.
It's 5.5 breaths per minute.
Oh, it keeps wanting me
And
to
that
pay.
equals out to be 5.5 seconds for our inhale.
Can you hear that? Yes, okay. But you know what? I'm not going to use that right now. I'll count. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we immediately go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a long 5. And we're going to do 5 of them. You ready? And then we'll rub our hands together. We cultivate chi and form a chi ball. Sorry for the technical problem there. I thought I had it set up and then I pressed the wrong button. But during the course of the week, we will get that music to go along with it. And again, nasal breathing is the best way to do things for all sorts of reasons. If you could Google or email me and I'll send you a couple articles. And center 2 breaths. And let us open our hearts. Hold on this inhale, exhale, send it out. And center 2 breaths. And burn down heavenly chi. Go down, scoop it up. And
Thanks, Tom.
hey, you're welcome here. Welcome back.
Tom,
Yes,
can I
sir.
get a video copy of this or one of the exercises? Because on Saturday morning is difficult for me to get so early. So we'll do it on a video later. Can I get a video
Of which one?
of this exercise?
Of this?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I can send you the video. I videotape every session,
Okay, please do. Send
so
it.
I'll send you that link to every session.
Grazie. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Hey, Jonathan. Good morning. I've got rolling, so let's get a ball. Let's get a roller. And I'm going to meet you on the floor. We're going to start with the ball. Figure we do the shoulders and neck today. Starting with putting the ball right back underneath the trapezius here and moving it around. You can use your elbows and or your soles of your feet to adjust the pressure if it's too much. You can do this against the wall too, as we've done. Just figured I'd do it lying down today. It's a little bit more intense this way. And if you find that particularly tight spot, you might want to just stop and hold and breathe into it. And increasing the pressure by leaning into it a little bit more. And releasing. And then let's go over to the rear deltoid on the same side. And do the same thing, rolling it around. Looking for that spot, which is right there, I think, for me. And I'm going to hold. Move it a little bit. Increasing the pressure. And releasing. And then let's go to the other side, back on the traps. Moving around. There's a spot. Holding. And releasing, moving over to the back of the shoulder here on the rear deltoid, and doing the same. There we go. Roll into it a little. Three, two, one, and release. All right, let's get the roller. Put it behind you. Go back and forth with your head. See how that feels. Notice any pain. Notice any restrictions. See how far your ears go towards the ground on each side. Make a mental note. Bring the roller up to the hairline above the neck. And do the same back and forth. Making a note. And then turn to the right side and do 4 rotations in one direction and 4 in the other. And then nod 8 times. Take a deep breath. Go to the left side. Do 4 rotations in one direction. And 4 in the other. Nod 8 times. Take a deep breath. And go to the middle. We're going to make sure that the roller again is on the hairline and not on the neck itself. And we're going to do 8 figure 8s. Follow the chin as the lead. Starting going one way for 4 and then going the other way at the start for the other 4. And then move the roller back an inch from where you started on that. It might have already moved a bit as you did those exercises. And do 8 nods. Chin towards the chest. Take a deep breath. Move the roller back to right at the hairline there. Go left to right with your ears. See if you notice any difference in terms of restriction, pain, flexibility. Move the roller away to the floor. Put your head to the floor and do the same. Ears back and forth. And hopefully everything is looser up there.
Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome, John. Have a good day.
Okay. I won't see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's going in for treatment.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
in a couple of days. I won't see you.
All right, good.
Okay.
Have a good
Bye.
one. All right. Richard, I'll see